Hey everyone, welcome back to the Lipadcast, where we spill the tea, share the stories, and survive college one story at a time.
Yup, I'm Alfred C., and with me is my partner in crime, King Ramel T. Cruz. And today, we have something fun to talk about.
This is literal field trip gossip, guys, because we went to DOST for our AMCR subject.
And not just us, the whole class. But the twist? We were divided into four batches, and each batch was assigned to a different location within the MIRDC facilities. So, what are we waiting for? Let's hear our buddies from each batch.
Hey, this is Jevin Suginsin from Batch 1, pulling up and ready to vibe.
Hi, I'm Felicia Revilla here from Batch 2.
What's up? It's Alvaya Franca from Batch 3, chillin' and checking in.
Hi, Hyan Valdez from Batch 4 here with you.
Exactly. Four batches, four stories, one podcast. But wait, partner, what even is MIRDC? And why is it such a big deal?
Well, MIRDC stands for Metal Industry Research and Development Center. I know, it sounds intimidating, but basically, they're the place where metal research, manufacturing, prototyping, and all those high tech processes happen.
And it matters in AMCR because we finally got to see in real life the machines and processes we usually only see in PowerPoint slides. This time, like actually right in front of us. Real machines, real labs, real wow, what's that moments.
And of course, each batch had its own set of stories and moments, and we're not keeping that to ourselves.
So, let's dive into the fun part, the storytelling. Coming up first, let's hear it from Jebin Seginsin representing the first batch.
Hello everyone, welcome to Lipadcast. I'm part of Batch 1 from the DOST MIRDC tour. And today we'll talk about the key machines we explored during our visit. First, the Universal Testing Machine. This machine measures how strong a material is by stretching or compressing it until it breaks. It helps determine tensile strength, compressive strength, and material behavior. And then next, we visited the tire testing area. We saw machines for tire endurance testing, rolling resistance, and drum testing, all designed to simulate real driving conditions. And we also learned how to properly read the tire information such as the sizes, load index, and speed rating. And then, the electrodynamic shaker or vibration testing system. This equipment tests how a product reacts to continuous vibration or sudden shocks, mimicking transport or real-life stresses. We also checked out the pendulum impact tester. It measures the energy a material can absorb when impacted, helping determine if it's tough or brittle. And then finally, the salt spray chamber. This chamber exposes materials to a corrosive salt mist to evaluate how well they resist rust and environmental damage. So, in conclusion, our visit to DOST MIRDC gave us a deeper appreciation for how materials and products are tested before they reach the real world. Each machine plays a crucial role in ensuring safety, durability, and reliability, values that are essential in engineering.
There you have it. What a very fruitful discussion from our first guest. With that, let's hear it from the second one. Felicia?
Hello everyone and welcome to the podcast. Today, I'll share our visit to three amazing testing laboratories that ensure the safety and reliability of mechanical and aeronautical components. We first visited the mechanical laboratory, where Engineer Jake showed us the universal testing machine, bending machine, welding test, and harness test on steel samples, like HRC harness testing. These machines check strength, ductility, and durability, making sure materials can handle real-world stress. Next, in the auto parts testing laboratory, engineer Carl demonstrated vibration testers, fatigue testing machines, grip type UTMs, and tire endurance tests. Each test simulates real conditions from repeated stress to extreme G forces, ensuring parts won't fail in actual use. Finally, the corrosion laboratory under Sir Morris taught us how materials like galvanized steel are tested with salt spray to predict long-term corrosion. What I've learned in my experience is how important precision, documentation, and teamwork are in engineering. Engineers design tests, technicians operate the equipment, and the result guides safe and reliable use of materials. This experience showed me that responsible engineering isn't just about creating products. It's about making sure they last, perform safely, and reduce waste. Visiting these labs gave me a deeper understanding of inspection, testing, and maintenance, which are essential skills for any future aeronautical engineer. And that's all on my part. Thank you.
Nice insights, Felicia. These are just what our listeners need to hear. Next on list, go for it, Alrea.
Hi, good day to everyone listening to our podcast. As per our batch on the MIRGC tour, we went to three different surface assessment centers: the Physical Metallurgy Lab, non destructing testing, and the Physical Chemical Laboratory. We were brought first to take a look inside the Physical Metallurgy Lab at TOSD MIRGC, where metals are studied from the inside out. The test will start by cutting and mounting metal samples, then polishing them to a mirror finish so every detail becomes visible. Using specialized microscopes, they examine grain size, different phases like ferrite or martensite, and even the smallest defects that can't be seen with the naked eye. They also perform hardness tests and analyze how heat treatment changed the metal's internal structure. Although we actually expected to utilize the microscopy for better visualization, but maybe we were too many or time constrained that it cannot be done. But still, these microscopic features reveal whether a metal was processed correctly, if it has the strength and durability needed for real world applications, and most importantly, whether it is safe for use. And we then proceeded to the non-destructive testing, the non-destructive testing section of the DOST MIRDC, where materials are checked for hidden cracks or defects without damaging them. Good thing actually that this topic was presented to our class before heading to this facility tour. And we have basic and common knowledge about the different tests and what they are used for. In this way, we can grasp about the topic properly. Different tests were also discussed to us before showing us the actual test. And instead of cutting or breaking parts, we use techniques like the ultrasonic, radiographic, magnetic particles, and dye penetrants to look inside a material while keeping it completely intact. We were able to witness how the ultrasonic test is utilized to check the defects under a certain material. And lastly, we head to the physical chemical laboratory where they focus on analyzing the chemical and physical properties of materials to ensure they meet quality and performance standards. Instead of just looking at the material structure, this lab studies what a material is made of and how it behaves under different conditions.
Thanks, Alrea. You really stole the spotlight. Last but not least, let's hear it from the Batch Force one and only Hyan Valdez.
Okay, so for batch 4, our route was really focused on testing and analysis. Medyo technical siya, pero super interesting once you get into it. Kami yung may NDT, the non-destructive testing. So basically, it's checking materials and welds without damaging them. They look for discontinuities like cracks, porosity, lack of fusion, lack of penetration, lahat ng defects that could cause failure. So para siyang physical exam ng metals pero mas advanced. And there's a whole process. Indication, interpretation, evaluation, basically identifying a signal, understanding what it means, and deciding whether the part is acceptable or rejected. We also learned about different entity methods: magnetic particle, liquid penetrant, radiographic testing, ultrasonic testing, eddy current, and even simple visual testing. Each one detects different types of flaws. And it's a lot. Napakarami. I don't even think na take note ko lahat. It really shows how serious they are about safety. And after NDT, we visited the chemistry lab. Dito naman, they analyze the chemical composition of metals. They use instruments like the carbon-sulfur analyzer, atomic absorption spectrophotometer, XRF, optical emission spectrometer. These tests help confirm if the metal is really the grade it claims to be. Kasi if the composition is wrong, the performance will also be wrong. And then, our last stop was microscopy. Dito, tinitingnan nila yung microstructure, weld profiles, heat-affected zones, brittleness, all the tiny features that explain why metals behave a certain way. The tour made me appreciate how thorough MIRDC is. Their work ensures safety and quality across industries, which we usually take for granted.
Whew! Thanks, Hyan. That was a full-on tour, bro. Like, 4 batches, 4 different Chica drops, and a whole lot of metal magic happening inside MIRDC.
For real though, everyone came in with receipts. Batch 1 with Jebin seeing machines up close, Batch 2 with Felicia diving into all the testing labs, Batch 3 with Alrea getting nerdy with the metallurgy and NDT, and Batch 4 with Hyan focusing on non-destructive testing, the chemistry lab, and microscopy. And like, after hearing all that, aren't you guys curious?
Right? Don't you want to see those huge machines in real life too? Don't you want to roam around those labs where all the metal sorcery happens?
And most importantly, don't you want to know how all these labs actually shape the future of engineering here in the Philippines?
Cause if you do, then huwag maging stranger. Follow the next Lipadcast episodes. We are just getting started, guys.
And if you guys want to check out on the area, the name is DOSC MIRDC, located at the MIRDC compound, Taguig, Philippines 1631.
You can check out their socials as well. This is where you'll reach them. Their official website is dost.gov.ph. You can contact them on their number 288-370-431, email mirdc@mirdc.dost.gov.ph, Facebook and Messenger, DOST-MIRDC.
Alright, that wraps it up for today's episode of the podcast. Super thanks to our batch reps for sharing their stories. Solid stuff.
And thank you for hanging out with us. If you enjoyed the chica, learned something new, or just vibe with the chaos, make sure to tune in next time.
More stories, more field trip area, and more college survival realness coming your way.
This has been King Ramel T. Cruz.
And my name is Alfred John C. And this is the podcast. Kita Kids next episode. Paalam!